Pa?
Yes.
Did you smell the snow coming on the wind this time?
No, I didn't.
Pa?
Yeah, Tim.
Angela won't know how to find her way home by herself. She's too small.
Mr. Rosgard is out there looking for her right now. It's our job to stay here with your mom until we know that she's okay.
Pa?
Yeah.
You should be looking for her. You're her pa. Maybe I should go find her myself. It's my fault that Angela is lost.
No, Timothy. It's my fault. A father should never lose a child, if he can help it.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, my rod, my staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever.
For Sean.
Still warm.
I've been trying to tell her to keep her off her feet, but you know how she is.
People are in need. Miss Baby will learn to love those people, with bread if necessary.
You take care of her, Sam.
I will.
You let him.
I'll try.
Ethan,
Sam?
you could tell Sean I'll take his paws north field to the end of the season. See to it the crop gets in, whatever's left of it. Maybe it'll help.
Thanks, Sam.
Ethan, Sarah and I, if we had any more money...
I know. You can't afford one more mouth to feed.
again. See you around, Judge.
Thanks, Sam. Seems unfair. Harper dying. Leaving here like this.
Ben!
I'm just staying back. It's no secret. Orrin Harper had plenty of vices. But we all do. Harper was a drunk. I'd be a liar if I didn't say it.
We're just concerned about the boy. A life full of sin is his destiny.
As it is for all of us. Unless someone volunteers to intervene. What do you do with him? I don't know. He's almost old enough to be on his own.
There won't be any work for him in this town.
Not in all of Iowa. You're probably right.
Anyway, what the boy needs is a real authority.
Something that will turn a boy into a man. A good man.
Lenora, come along, honey.
You go on ahead and wait in the car.
Aren't you coming?
I will be. I was only 8 years old when my father died. I was still young enough to think that parents never made mistakes. Then Pa went off with Teddy Roosevelt to fight in the war. People told me he was brave for doing that. But I thought it was a mistake. Especially when he never made it back home.
My pa never fought a battle in his life.
Try and tell me, what are you gonna do?
Farm. Same as always.
By yourself?
Been doing it for years. My pa drowned himself, Mr. Carter. We started doing it a long time ago. In whiskey. In case you hadn't noticed.
Got a big place with lots of room and plenty of food, plenty of chores for all of us. Times are hard, but I could give you
I don't need charity.
Okay. Tell me, what do you have? Tell me what you have, Sean.
Enough.
Enough?
Yes, enough.
There's thousands of people in need of help with what's going on in our country. You know that. It's nothing to be ashamed of. There are people who care for you.
I won't take nothing from folks who only came to my pa's funeral out of curiosity.
Scranton?
Well, look who it is. Didn't you just get here?
Maybe it's for a friend.
You don't have any friends. Why Scranton?
Why not? Been heading west for a while. Gotta try something new.
Tell me the truth. So, what's it like making the real money, real prizes now, huh? You know, with all that underground gambling circles you got going on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You do know what I'm talking about. All of Mount Sterling knows it. Otherwise you wouldn't be riding in those fancy cars. Your money's gotta come from somewhere.
This money will buy me a ticket to Scranton. Now shut your trap and give it to me.
Big spender. Don't lose it.
Haven't heard from the family much. Anyway, I wouldn't know the mayor if he didn't have his friends over all the time. And then he always orders the biggest courses and the fanciest drinks. And expects me to put on a frilly apron and parade myself around for all these dirty political leeches.
I'll leave you alone?
Yes.
Does he leave you alone?
Dylan.
How's Mama?
Don't know. Last I heard from her, she and what's-his-name were heading out to California to look for jobs. Some of your friends were thinking about going out there too. Of course, they weren't as interested in the employment part of the deal. They asked me to go with them.
Who asked you?
Mud. Pea shooter. Anyway, they stayed. A few men came riding through town saying they wouldn't be much better off. Seems out there they're eating dirt just like we are here.
Of course they are. Say, if Lick comes asking to take you anywhere, you tell him no. I don't care if Ma comes in here looking to take you who knows where, making promises she don't intend to keep. I want you to stay here, where I can find you.
Not a day goes by when I don't think about what she did to us.
Nothing we can do about it now.
Say, Dylan, where'd you get the money to ride inside of a train?
I borrowed it.
Right. Hundreds of people are jumping trains.
So?
So, you enjoy a free ride just like anyone else.
Of course I do. I would have no other choice.
So where'd it come from?
Somebody gave it to me.
You've been gambling again, haven't you?
I do it for both of us.
Oh, so you just can't stop doing it, can you?
I can stop. Anyway, I thought you would appreciate it.
You won't keep any for yourself?
Just tell me how much we have.
Not enough.
But we will. Then we can get out of here. Maybe I can get you a house with its own parlor. Fancy parlor even. With your own cook. Every time I come back here...
Wait, every time you leave, I worry I'll never see you again because of some stupid game of poker.
I don't like this any more than you do. Me riding all over the place trying to make a living? The whole time knowing and thinking that you're back here cleaning the mayor's toilet. It makes me sick. We can't change things until we can afford to take care of ourselves.
None of that will matter if you get caught.
Yeah, well, if Ma taught us anything, she taught us how to survive. That's all I'm doing. Be back before dark.
Sean Harper. Don't pretend you don't know me.
I'm busy. Well, what do you want?
My pa sent me out here looking for you.
Why?
Why do you think? He doesn't trust you.
He told you that.
I don't trust you. You live way out here all by yourself, and now you're being rude to me and you ignore everyone else.
I mind my own business.
Why did you quit school? You were too young to quit, you know. We all talked about you after you left.
You remember that?
Of course I do. I suppose you quit because your ma died. And your pa obviously didn't care enough to send you back. Anyway, you just wanted us to feel sorry for you.
No. I didn't need teachers telling me what to do.
So that's why you quit?
Yes.
You're such a liar.
Why do you care? Men with learning stand in soup lines every day. Don't matter how much they know.
Men with learning foreclose on farms like yours every day too. Here.
What's this?
Read it, if you're so smart.
Sean, come on in. Can't afford to pay anybody to do this these days, so I do it myself. Have a seat.
I got this.
Yes.
I can't lose the farm. If it's the crop they want, they can have it.
I don't think you understand the legal ramifications of your father's death.
Sure I do. I pawned some stiff a few $100. Now they're looking at me to fix the problem.
Sit down. Have a seat. The economy has bottomed out. Debts, even personal debts, are being recalled every day. And it isn't so much out of legal obligation as it is just out of sheer desperation. And your father's creditors are angry because of his lack of integrity. When he died, he left them with a permanent loss.
This isn't my fault. I never saw a penny of whatever it is my pa owes those people.
I hear you and I believe you. But unless that debt's paid, they're going to be coming after you. You're the only one left with any sort of legal relationship to Orrin Harper. And now you have his land. And they view that as collateral. So whether you like it or not, you could be bearing the brunt of his mistakes.
Then I'll pay the debt.
How?
My crop.
That land hasn't yielded a crop in 6 years.
Then I'll get a job.
You will.
Lots of farmers have outside jobs.
And many more don't. The bank will foreclose on Tuesday. And they'll take the machinery, and they'll take anything else that's left in order to cover as much of the debt as possible.
Who let this happen? You signed those notices.
It's the law.
But you know my pa didn't leave me with anything except my land. I have a dime in my pocket and a nickel under my mattress, and I've never asked anyone for anything in my whole life. Judge, all I want is my land.
You will let them take the farm. You'll let them take the farm, or you'll be competing against a legal system that is as desperate as you are.
My pa did this to me on purpose. He left me with nothing. On purpose.
Sean. He beat you, didn't he? What's in the land that you don't want to lose? Sean, what's in the land?
It's who I am, right? That's all I know.
Those fields are losing topsoil every day in this wind. The creek's almost dried up, old buildings and an empty still. What kind of existence is that?
I have nowhere else to go.
Then come and live with me. Let the bank take the farm and be free of all that.
Why?
Because I want to adopt you. I'll take care of your debt.
You're crazy.
Yeah, it just might be. It just might be. Take my name, and they'll never come after you again.
Why would you do this?
Why don't you want me to?
Why adoption?
Why not?
Because I don't buy it, Judge. You don't gotta make me legally yours to pay my debt.
This isn't a business deal.
Look, all my life I've been tricked by my pa. I'm tired of being lied to by men who only want something for themselves. The worst way, my pa was the best businessman I ever knew.
Sean, you have no money. You have no family, you have no prospects. You could die. You can't afford to be proud.
I don't trust a man who wants to take away my independence.
I was hoping you'd see it as an offer of freedom.
Just tell me why I gotta be yours.
Because if I adopt you, then everything that I have would become yours through inheritance. And I promise you, be more than a nickel under your mattress. Sean,
I'll think about it.
I believe Judge Carter to be a sensible man. Man of God. Now that so-called funeral officiate offered to adopt the heathen son.
Now, you can't criticize Judge Carter's ability to preside over a funeral. What choice did the man have? You refused to do it.
I refuse because I don't forget what kind of man Warren Harper was. Harper's boy is going to turn out to be just like him, too. You'll see. Hellish liquor stumbling into town at all hours of the night, singing about moonshine and painted women.
Arden, please.
Children need to hear Elizabeth. They need to know what the world is like, if only to avoid it. Now mark my words. Carter's going to give that boy a bath, fatten him up, send him off to school, the rest of them. You'll only produce a misfit. The devil will gain a foothold in our community with that kind of influence in the classroom. First in our schools, then in our church.
Arden, dear, if that happens, I'll simply take Alyssa and Walter out and have their lessons at home.
I won't do it.
Alyssa!
I will not let Amanda Carter get ahead of me in school. What will everyone think, Pa? I don't care what you think of Sean Harper. I won't do it.
Nonsense. I know you. I know how your eyes light up when you look at that boy. You lack self-control, Alyssa. Doesn't she, Arden? Now, I'm telling you, I'm not going to be hearing from Miss Crawford or Mrs. Rosgard or Mrs. Barry or anyone else how my daughter has paraded around like some silly nincompoop in front of a farmer boy. Especially that boy.
Remove the temptation, Elizabeth. Why is it?
There's nothing wrong with being a farmer. Pa, you preach to farmers all the time and you don't seem to mind.
The farmers in
Are
our
you going to eat that?
No. The farmers in our congregation are respectable, sober people. They pay their tithes, attend church on a regular basis, and they're appreciated by their women. Now, the Harpers are different. And no self-respecting daughter of mine is going to marry into a family like that.
Alyssa's getting married?
No.
Not to Sean Harper.
Then who?
To no one.
How about that Rosgard boy? What's his name?
Adam.
Walter.
He's nice.
He is nice.
He's a farmer.
Anyway, if Laura Carter were alive, she'd put an end to this. When I think about that boy in that lovely house, it's just a disgrace to the lovely home it is. Besides, Amanda Carter and that boy are not siblings, and they'll learn that soon enough.
What do you mean?
Ethan Carter is a fool, Elizabeth, but he isn't blind.
Really? Because Amanda Carter is just a few years younger than I was when I married you.
Married? He can't marry her.
Mark my words, Reverend Cole. The devil will gain a foothold in the Carter home first.
You going to eat that?
I'll remind all of you that the spelling examination will be tomorrow morning before lunch. First and second graders, you're exempt from the examination. However, I would like you to recite from your primer the first stanza of the poem on page 13. Any of you who are planning to participate in the spelling bee at the end of the term need to tell me before the end of the day. The superintendent wants a list. Also, I strongly suggest that any of you planning to participate in the spelling bee study for it. A majority of you are not performing satisfactorily on your spelling examinations. It would behoove you all to stick your noses in your books for a few hours. That's what they're there for. Yes, Simeon.
I don't have my spelling book. We share with the Kennedys.
We need to study, Miss Crawford. Ma says we can't share anymore.
Simeon, you'll borrow mine.
Yes, ma'am.
Adam,
Yes, ma'am.
recite the multiplication table by 8.
8 times 1 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 8 times 3 is 24, 8 times 4 is 32, 8 times 5 is 40, 8 times 6 is 48, 8 times 7 is 56, 8 times 8 is 64.
Is it true? I can't believe you even have to ask me that.
Then what's this about?
I don't know. If I knew, I'd tell you.
Ladies, outside today.
Oh, Lenora and I would like to eat inside, if that was all right with you, Miss Crawford.
Suit yourselves.
My pa is not adopting Sean Harper, and Sean and I are not getting married. Alyssa Cole would say anything to make me mad. She hates me.
She doesn't hate you.
She doesn't love me. What else is there?
Jealousy? Just because she's the Reverend's daughter doesn't mean she isn't capable of it.
According to the Reverend, it's the same thing. You'd think that having the Reverend for a pa would make her a lot nicer than she actually is.
Not that reverend. Even my pa would have some choice words for him if he would speak up his mind.
Why doesn't he?
My pa is the bravest person I know, except in church.
What do you want, Walter?
I heard last night that you were going to adopt Sean Harper.
I'm not adopting anyone, and neither is my pa.
Well, my pa told me last night that you were.
Then your whole family lies. Excuse me.
Walter, go away.
You're in our way.
Sorry?
Get out of our way.
No.
Why are you spreading lies about my pa?
My pa told me last night that your pa is adopting Sean Harper. My mother thinks you're going to marry him because you're sleeping in the same house.
How could you say that?
Mind your own business, Linnea. Go back to eating your poor rations or whatever it is you have for lunch. Though I suppose you must know if you're going to be her maid of honor.
It's Lenora.
Tell your father that if he has any questions, he can see me after school. See you tomorrow on your best behavior. Am I understood? Answer me.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now go.
Oh, I'm in the way.
Nonsense.
How do you get anything done around here?
Oh, I manage.
Oh, this house is so dusty. Why, you know, if it'd only rain, oh, it'd sure settle the dust down around here.
Maybe.
More bad news.
Foreclosures. All of them. 7 this week. Everybody expects me to do something.
Of course they do. You're a good friend, and friends expect a lot from each other sometimes.
I expect too much.
Oh, I promise you that. See, has the Harper boy made up his mind yet?
No, hasn't decided yet.
Sure would be different around here. You and Amanda have, it's just been the two of you for a long time.
Miss Sally. Sean's almost a young man. If he decides to come, it won't be long before he'd leave us anyway.
We all need a father, no matter how old we get. You know, Mrs. Carter would be proud of you. I didn't know her, but I know I am.
Thank you. Miss Sally, your pies are full of sugar.
I beg your pardon?
And now your words are full of sugar too.
Oh, you don't say.
Admit it.
Nonsense. Why, I only speak the truth. You're one respectable man and no sugar added. Amanda, honey, what's the matter?
I need to talk to my pa alone.
Miss Sally, maybe some tea.
Certainly.
Do you want to explain this?
Are you adopting Sean Harper?
That's not an answer.
And neither is that. Pa, everyone at school is talking about us. They act like they
they know some kind of funny secret and that I'm stupid for not knowing what it is.
That's still no reason for hitting anybody.
I told them all of this about Sean Harper was a lie, but now I'm not so sure. Maybe you're the one that's lying to me now.
That's enough. Yes. I've asked Sean Harper if we could adopt him. He hasn't responded yet, so I don't know what his response will be. But I doubt he's saying anything to anyone. So if someone's talking, they're speaking out of turn.
Why? Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know if it'll happen.
You didn't stop to think that this would affect me too, though?
Of course I knew it would affect you.
Then why didn't you ask me first?
I didn't know I needed your permission. I thought that my daughter, more than anyone, would understand. With all the people hurting and needing things in our world today, I can do this.
Pa, you don't owe him anything.
I don't need to. But you owe Miss Crawford your respect. And you owe Alyssa Cole an apology. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, Judge.
Sean.
They can take the farm.
It's a little dusty in here. Miss Sally has her hands full with the rest of the house, so sometimes she doesn't get to this room. There's a dresser for your clothes.
I don't have any other clothes.
I'll pick up a few things for you. I don't know if you knew it or not, but my wife died at the birth of our second child, a son. Sometimes I imagine him in this room, playing and laughing, enjoying life, alive. Son, this is your room.
Don't say that.
Say what?
Don't call me your son. Look, adoption is how you wanted to do things. Doesn't mean I want to call you my pa.
Okay. But while you're living in my house, there's a few things that I want you to do. The first thing is I want you to go back to school.
It's been too long. It's too late for that.
You'll be fine. Don't worry, you'll be just fine. A couple other things, I want you to join the family when we go to church, and then I want you to share in the responsibilities around the house.
You mean you want me to show up and play the part? You want me to be your son because you're pretending that your baby never died. Is that why you're giving me a place to live?
I'm not giving you a home because you do these things. You do these things because you're part of the family. Dinner in 15 minutes.
Any sign of him?
No, sir, not yet.
You lie to me. You'll pay for that mistake.
I haven't seen a sign of Jimmy all day, sir. I've been in the kitchen.
If you do see him, you tell him he's got an appointment with the mayor.
Yes, sir.
Alice! Alice!
Jimmy, the mayor's been waiting for you to come the whole day. And where's he been?
It doesn't matter. Listen, I just found Mud and Lick down at the station. They were talking to George. And
You.
Dylan's back.
I know, he's been here.
Here. Where? Where is he?
I don't know, down at the jungle with the others. Why?
The east side?
West, he likes it better there. Wait, Jimmy! What's going on? What am I going to tell your pa?
I suppose I'm right in saying that you haven't had anything to yourself for quite some time.
Didn't have much to lose then. Except land.
More coffee?
No, thank you. Trust me, Sean. Land isn't worth having, or anything else for that matter, if it becomes our motivation for living. It's okay to own things. It's just we need to make sure that we own it and that it doesn't own us. Sean, this is a gift for you. It's $40.
Kidding.
Invest it wisely. Keep it out of the stock market.
I can't take this.
Don't argue with me.
Mr. Carter, we Harpers owe money. We don't make it.
Things are different around here. Here, Sean, I'll take care of you. Doesn't matter what you've owed or who you've owed it to. Just take it. It's for you. No strings attached.
Amanda, honey, are you feeling all right? What? Here I am with dessert and you haven't touched your supper.
You know, I'm not very hungry.
You just wait. She'll be fine. She just needs more time. Sean, here, have some pie.
Sean, that right there, that's an award-winning piece of dessert. Miss Sally, she makes the best pie from here to Mount Sterling. There's no way you'll be able to have just one piece.
Oh, hush now. I'll wait. I bet that the folks in Illinois have tasted finer.
You're not the wagering type.
Well, as fine a cook as I am, I ought to be. Now you eat your pie and you too.
This was a bad idea.
Why? Amanda will get used to it. Well, I'll get used to it. Are you?
What?
Used to it.
No?
Then stay. You can't afford not to.
So first of all, let me assert my firm belief that the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Nameless, unreasoning, unjustified terror, which paralyzes needed effort.
Thought I'd find you here. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Don't lie to me.
That's a good one.
Miss Sally found this in your lunch pail. Can you tell me what happened?
I won't love Sean Harper, Pa. Even if you ask me to. He's not my brother.
He will be.
No, he won't. Pa, you don't understand. You hardly know him, and I really don't trust him. Especially in our house.
The adoption will be finalized.
I don't care what legal papers say.
mother wanted you to be a sister.
I didn't even get to hold him.
I know.
But does that mean that you need to get a replacement for him, Pa? It just isn't fair.
Amanda, this isn't about being fair.
Pa, Sean will only take advantage of you. He's used to being on his own. He's used to fighting with dads. He doesn't care about you or anyone else.
You may be right.
Then why are you giving him the chance to disappoint you?
Because this isn't about me. When your mother was alive, I made a promise to her that if anything happened, I would take care of you as long as I lived. When we lost both of them, you had nightmares every time you slept, and you cried all the time, maybe as much as I did. But I held you. You began to heal, and I began to heal. No one ever held Sean Harper. Someone needs to pick him up out of this Harper mess.
He's stubborn.
So am I. And nobody knows that better than you do. Amanda, look at me. Amanda, look at me. I promise you, I will not love you any less.
All right, now see here. This is where I wanted you to read the story. Timothy, you start here, you read until here. Angela, you read from here to here, and then you'll both be caught up.
I don't want to share my books with my sister no more.
I know. I don't want to have to ask you to share books with your sister anymore. That's the way it is. Good morning, Sean. Come to my desk. Can I have your full given name?
Sean Bradley Harper.
I thought Judge Carter adopted you.
The name's still Harper for now, ma'am.
Very well. Birthday?
March 21st, 1915.
Great. Your grade, please.
I really don't know, ma'am.
Ma'am, Sean hasn't
Walter!
Sean hasn't gone to school before.
Yes, I have. A long time ago. Miss Hanson was the teacher.
I won't worry about that. I'll help you get caught up on all the subjects. It will take some after-school time and coming in on the weekends, at which I will not get paid for, but...
Miss Crawford, Amanda can tutor Sean, seeing as they're practically married already.
Alyssa Cole, if you say one more thing, I swear.
Carter! If you use that tone again in this classroom, you can go home and stay there. Sean, why don't you take a seat by your sister, please? Reverend Paul. This is a surprise. Alyssa, Walter, gather your things.
Mother.
You do as you're told.
See what I mean? Brother and sister, it's ridiculous.
Claire Crawford, I cannot even begin to tell you how disappointed I am in you. Fighting in your school, slapping the Reverend's daughter. The board will hear about this.
Reverend, is there something wrong?
Not anymore.
Well, sakes. Everybody open your primers. Let's turn to page 53.
And that's when the pig escaped from its cage. And my mom was mortified.
That's happened one of our dates before.
It has?
Yes!
We just got a new phone and pig on our farm. I heard about that. Look at it. Pretty bad.
Angela, why are you sitting all by yourself? Have you eaten your lunch already?
No, I don't have any one.
Did your mama forget to pack you one?
No, Mama didn't forget. Timothy threw it down the hole.
The hole? Oh, you mean the outhouse?
I don't want to tell Miss Crawford.
Why not?
Mama told me never to tell on Timothy at school, no matter what he did. We might be sent home. This is free school. We should be thankful.
Oh, well, never mind what Timothy did. Here, I've got a big lunch. I'll share it with you, okay?
Your mama packed you all that?
Miss Sally did. Here, eat up.
Do you think that's why he's so sad?
Why, who is so sad?
The new boy. Maybe he doesn't have a mama to pack him a lunch.
Oh, well, Miss Sally packed him a lunch, too. If Sean doesn't want to eat it, then that's his business. Listen, Angela, I really think that you should stay away from him, okay? He's just... You should probably just stay away from him.
But Mama said people like Sean Harper need lots of friends because they're sad inside.
I know your mama probably means well, but Angela, people like Sean just don't want any friends, and that's something that Sean has to deal with. You should probably just stay away from him, okay? He doesn't have anything you need, and he's really not a good person. I know who Sean is. Just stay away from him, okay? Here.
I feel bad for you, Amanda Carter. Sean scares me to death.
He's not so tough.
How do we know he's not going to do anything serious?
What can you do to us in school?
It's not in school that worries me, Adam.
I heard his pa drowned. That isn't true.
Of course it is. He drowned in his own whiskey. That's what our pa said.
He drowned in the river, and I don't believe for a moment that it was an accident.
What do you mean?
I mean that Sean was the only one around when John Schmidt found Mr. Harper in the water.
That doesn't mean anything.
Anyway, I don't care what any of you say. Sean isn't to be trusted for a moment.
How do you know that? Everybody knows that.
Hey, let's take the shortcut by Reverend Cole's house.
Why?
I want to get another look at Alyssa's face.
I bet it's even more purpley swollen and neat.
You're disgusting.
What's all the fuss about? Alyssa just wants attention.
So?
So, what if Reverend Cole catches you?
You know he'll tell your pa.
I'm not afraid of Reverend Cole. I'll just tell the old man that Amanda Carter sent us over to come finish the job. Come on.
Obviously, today was a waste of your time. Let go of me!
No, not until we talk.
I have nothing to say to you!
I don't believe that for a second.
What exactly do you want from me anyway?
Nothing. Don't want anything from you. Your pa has given me a chance to clear my name. You'd take the help too if you needed it.
I don't need anybody's help.
You live in your big house with your rich things. You don't know what it's like to watch someone take everything away from you. You know what your problem is? You're selfish. I don't think you know what it's like to really lose something.
She's been crying for 4 days. What expect? Her ma died. Who is she? The judge's daughter. The baby died too. I heard my ma and Mrs. Cole talking about it this morning.
She's snuffling about that?
You better not let the teacher hear you say that, Sean Harper.
Miss Hanson can do whatever she wants to me. Amanda Carter can't control who lives or dies.
I dare you to say that to her face.
What'll you give me?
A gumball.
Nah, something else.
I'll let you use my slingshot at recess.
Watch this. Only babies cry.
My mama's baby cried. Then he died.
God's punishing you, you know. He took away the baby and your mom. What did you do, Amanda Carter? What did you do to make God so mad?
You'll waste everything he gives you. But then he'll know. Then my pa will finally know that you were never worth the effort.
Sean Harper, what are you doing?
Looking for the judge. Have you seen him?
He's at the courthouse. He won't be back till later this afternoon. Can I help you find something?
It's not important.
Sean Harper, what happens between you and the judge is your business. But what happens between you and the judge in this household, there aren't any secrets here.
My pa wants you.
Have a seat. Sean, have I provided for you? Have you felt welcome in my house? If there's anything
I'm
that...
fine. Judge, can I ask you a question? If I left for a while, would you still want to adopt me and pay my debts?
No one's asking you to leave.
I know. But if I wanted to, would you change your mind?
Sean, it's a dangerous world out there. Probably always has been. There's nothing out there that I haven't given to you.
Maybe I need to find that out for myself.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
It's not an answer.
I don't know. Just somewhere different, I guess.
Your debts have been paid. Everything's been resolved. Your father's personal friends couldn't believe it. I signed the adoption papers today. Your inheritance is set.
Can I have it now?
It's not that kind of legal agreement. It's meant for after I'm gone. It's your inheritance is like a promise.
Promises are lies to me, Judge. Look, it's my inheritance, or isn't it? Was it just a trick? That's what I thought. You know what? Forget it. I'll just take what I have. $40 is more than I've ever had. I'll manage. Thanks for the help.
Son, you can go and I won't stop you. But a father's responsibility, a father's privilege, is to love a son in a way that requires a pursuit.
Oh, get out of town! You don't stand a chance! And neither do the Yankees!
I'd take a few more for the road. Your pa's mighty mad. Wait a minute. You can't have a donut without the milk. Go on. And good luck.
What do you want?
You know, it's taken me a lot of time and a lot of money to get where I am. Mayor, candidate for governor. I give you money because it's expected of me. I provide for you in a way that the community deems appropriate and paternally responsible.
Don't flatter me.
I'm not naive, James. I know what you do behind closed doors. And your battered face is proof of your ignorance. If you want to take my money and you want to go and use it on cheap, bootleg liquor, well, fine. But I know about Dylan Holbrook. And I know about the gambling. And it stops now.
Why? Why does it matter what I do with my money?
What difference does it make if you play a poker game in your fancy political office or if I play something a little stiffer out in a back alley where no one's gonna ever find me?
Because you are ruining my reputation.
Right. You started burying yourself a long time ago.
Jimmy, these gambling games are getting all out of hand. They're going to catch Dylan Holbrook, and then they'll catch you. And then they're going to pin it on me. I can already see the headlines. Mayor's kid uses campaign finances to support illegal gambling. Too big for his own britches. That's what they'll say. It'll all be gone. The house, the money, your girls, the servants that clean up your filth. All because of your irresponsible behavior.
My behavior? I'm investing, Pa. Every dollar that I own goes straight into the pot so I can double whatever it is you so freely give to me. So call it a necessity. Besides, you depend on the gambling as much as I do. You know we ain't got nothing.
They'll find you.
They're not gonna find me.
They'll catch you.
They're not gonna catch me either.
And then they'll take it all on me because of your stupidity. My political career, it'll all be over. It'll all be gone. I can't afford to let that happen. It stops now.
No, I'm not gonna let it happen. I promise.
You're just like your mother. Promises are lazy excuses for not telling the truth.
Maybe so. Remember Carson City? There's a promise you can understand.
You've come a long way.
Rock Valley.
Iowa?
Yes, sir.
A lot of cows in Iowa. I've been to Iowa. Yeah, but I didn't like it. Too many cows. What do you have?
$30. I'll put it down on anything I can get my hands on.
You can't buy a farm for $30.
But there's so much land that's not being used for anything.
What's not being used is not being used because the farmers can't pay. And it's always the same story. Farmers can't pay, I take the land. And now you expect me to just give you land for $30? Because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be just giving it to you. You're just wasting my time, son.
I can make the payments. I just need a loan. I'll get a job on the side and I'll work until I can plant my first crop.
You didn't notice the bread lines on your way into town? The soup kitchen is full of men that made those same promises. Look, you have no collateral, and there's nothing that convinces me that you won't skip town when the bills come due. You know, you're too young for something like this.
And what do I need?
Well, you need someone that can vouch for you. Someone that can pay the bills if you can't. And do you have a father?
No.
I don't do favors for people I don't know.
Mr. Graves.
Listen. The truth of the matter is, young men like you are a dime a dozen. Just take my advice. Take your $30 and get out of Mount Sterling. You have no future here.
So do we have a deal? Sure thing. I'll let you know if I hear of anyone willing to play. Good. Oh, and if anyone comes looking, asking about me, any large men in particular, tell them I went to Carson City on business.
Sure.
Hey, Holbrook, what should I do if any of these large men are looking to play the game?
Take a message.
Okay.
I say forget about that.
Jimmy.
Hey, Charles.
Hey. What happened to you?
What do you think? Some of your big city pals came looking for you again. Apparently you owe them some cash. And they reminded me with this. You can't keep bringing stiffs into the game before you pay off the people who really matter first.
They scare you that bad, huh?
They scare me, and I ain't even seen them before.
I don't know, Holbrook. That's quite a shiner. Last time I saw something as bad as that was when my ma hit the postal man right upside the head because he charged her for a letter that she didn't even write. Boy, you should have seen what she done to that cab driver.
Scared's got nothing to do with it. My pa would bust my head in if he knew I was in here right now.
And hiding in a public train station, that's the best you can do?
Dylan, he knows about the gambling.
And he knows just as many of those players as I do.
I know that. But he can't go snitching on us without risking his ride to governor.
So?
So he ain't stupid. But he ain't that smart neither. If he says anything to anybody about these games we've been playing, you're fried like an egg on an Okies muffler. So what's gonna happen to Alice then, huh? She depends on you.
Where are you headed?
I don't care. Anyway. Sounds expensive. It's a lot of money.
I need to know the name of some place. This ain't a lottery.
Here, Oklahoma City's nice.
Too dirty.
Hey, what about New York City?
Too many politicians.
Minneapolis? St. Paul?
Anywhere.
Say, why don't you save yourself the trouble? Stay with us.
No? Think I'll walk.
Sounds like you're alone.
Get out of my way.
Maybe you're heading a little too fast.
Too fast for who?
For me, not to be suspicious about what you're doing.
What I'm doing is none of your business.
Well, maybe we're making it our business, huh?
Tell us your name.
What will you do to me if I don't?
He'll do things to you that'll make you wish you told him everything.
Everything in your grandmother's shoe size.
Size 11 and a half. Extra wide.
Fellas want to take this outside?
No.
Look, boss. He's all dressed up, which means that this here swell ain't from around here. Especially if he's trying to buy a ticket for one of those fancy passenger cars. No one around here except the mayor could afford to do that. Except maybe you.
Tell us your name, kid.
What's it matter?
It matters. We need to know if we can trust you before we let you in on Mount Sterling's secrets. If we've heard of you, it all depends on your reputation, don't it?
Who are you?
George, I think we found ourselves another player. Thanks for the help.
No, don't you thank me. Good riddance to the whole pack of ya.
Never did answer my question.
I answer questions when I feel like it. The name's Dylan Holbrook.
Boss! Lick ain't gonna like this. He told you not to bring new swells up to the jungle anymore.
Stay with us. Bob! Hey, shooter, if you call me that one more time, I'll take you outside, turn you inside out, and tie you to them there railroad tracks. You got money. Lots of it. Come with us. You'll have a chance to double it, maybe even triple it, if you want to.
How?
Can't tell you that. Not now.
The pup's afraid.
Of you?
Come with us.
Right. And wake up in the morning with nothing but my long johns.
You got money to buy long johns?
Maybe you shouldn't trust us. That's only fair. But you'll be missing out on a chance of your lifetime. So what do you say? Unless, of course, you have somewhere else to be.
The name's Sean Harper.
Sean Harper, welcome to Mount Sterling. You'll learn fast with us. You might even learn to live for second chances.
got another one.
Who's that? Huh. Looks kind of cute.
Some folks stick around because they have nowhere else to go. Either the banks kicked them off their land, or they left because nothing would grow. Some drift from one place to the next. No real reason to stick around. What do you do? I do what I need to do, especially when nosy people start asking too many questions.
You ain't got no more sense than a stiff trying to thumb a ride up a horse-drawn caboose.
Hair looks a little lopsided, Mud. You let her cut it again? Or do you run into a threshing machine?
This is serious. Lick, tell him he's an idiot.
Where'd you find him?
At the depot. He was buying a ticket.
A ticket?
You are an idiot.
So he's a swell.
You know rich swell's always got someone out looking for him.
No one's looking for him.
How do you know that?
Because no one's out here looking for you. You could be running from the president. Money don't make a difference. Either a pa wants you or he don't.
The game's getting too big for me.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
Someone's bound to be looking for him. He's too clean, too fresh, and he's scared. If he stays around much longer, we're toast.
Look, he's been burnt a few times, I can tell.
How can you tell?
He's angry at the world and irritated enough to do something about it.
But how do you know?
Trust me, he'll keep hitting if he wants to. Anyway, we bring him in and the pot gets bigger. He has cash, enough to get us through to the next game. I'll have him play.
What?
You'll have him play? Are you crazy?
A setup, just to see what he knows. I'll tease him a bit. Let him win a few hands. We'll build up his confidence. We'll play him later and take everything he has. It's as simple as that. He'll be gone before you know it.
Yeah, but I don't like this.
You don't have to.
If Sean Harper brings any unnecessary attention to us or the game, Alice is gonna get it.
I wouldn't test him on that, Holbrook. You got too much to lose.
I don't know. I don't want to disappoint you, Ethan, but Iowa's a really big place. I think it'll take an eternity to find him.
I don't think so.
What do you do if he's left the state?
And go after him, wherever that is. When Sean left here, he was an angry young man. He was angry and alone. He might be able to find somebody who's going to put a roof over his head, and he might be able to find someone who's going to feed him on a regular basis. He might even find a job and make some money. But that will never heal him. And I think that's why he's afraid of me. Because he knows that I want to be something more than just a financial provider. And if he's going to heal, he's going to need to confront some of the mess of the last 17 years of his life.
So what are you going to do?
He left a trail.
Really?
Sean's never left Rock Valley before, so he did the only thing that he figured he could do, and he bought a train ticket. So far, I've been able to follow him to Charles City.
Wow, you think he's heading to Illinois? You realize, if he's going to Chicago, it'll be nearly impossible for you to find him again.
Sam, you're a father. What if it were one of your kids?
If it were one of my kids. If it were one of my kids, I would do anything to get them back. But sometimes, the prodigal son just returns home again.
Yes, but I'm not that patient.
Judge. Oh, Samuel, there you are. We've been looking all over for you. It's the baby.
It's the baby?
Yes, it's okay. He's here. The baby's here.
He's here?
Yes, the baby's here and he's beautiful.
He's here. It's a boy?
Yes.
Another boy.
Congratulations, Samuel.
Thank you. How are they?
Oh, Mrs. Rosgard's with them. And the baby came awfully fast, Samuel. Sarah wants you to come home as quickly as you can.
Of course.
Okay. And we've had quite a morning. The baby's fine and Sarah's fine.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's not fair.
I know.
I saw him, Pop. He was so tiny and perfect. Alive.
Played before? Yeah. Deal. Just a practice run. No money. Let's see what you got. Come on in.
Take 3.
Ready to go?
I thought you said you played before.
Three more for you. 2 pair. Three deuces. Beats me. Not a fold. Now let's really play.
So you want reassurances. You got it. What I don't understand is this. What is your problem?
$2,300 for your campaign.
Yes, $2,300, but you're going to get every bit of that in favors once I'm elected governor. I'm going to give you so much money, you'll be secure in your bank for the rest of your life.
It's a lot to risk on whether or not someone's going to vote for you. Now folks are talking about Jimmy. Jimmy's gone and found himself an underground ring of gambling professionals. And by the way, it's not Jimmy you need to worry about. It's Dylan Holbrook and a new guy by the name of Sean Harper.
Sean Harper? Am I supposed to know all of Dylan Holbrook's friends?
Well, maybe you should. He came to me about 3 weeks ago, this kid. He seemed honest enough, but he didn't have a lot of things that were worth any value. And he never left town. Looks like the gambling lured him in, just like it has a lot of other people around.
Yeah, so what does that got to do with me?
Plenty. Harper is no Dylan Holbrook.
Meaning?
Meaning that he is not some roaming vagrant with no parents. If the judge catches Harper, he catches Holbrook, and he catches Jimmy too. And then it's all going to fall back on you. Jimmy doesn't bother to hide the fact that he has plenty of money to play the games, and everyone knows where he gets it.
No, so you got this all figured out, don't you?
Well, what will your competitors say if they think you've been doing something illegal?
I'll take care of that.
You know, in the past several weeks, you have done nothing to convince me that you want this governorship as badly as you say you do. And you treat this situation with Holbrook and Jimmy and with Sean Harper like it's not going to have any impact on your political career whatsoever. I gave you money for a campaign, Douglas. And if it all falls apart...
Are you saying you want your money back?
If it comes to that, yes.
Friends, long as the promises hold out.
Look, you would be the first to agree that this deal wasn't made on friendship. I'll give you 30 days. You get your son out of that gambling ring, and you show me that this political campaign is more than just talk, or give me my money back. That's your choice.
You let him talk to you like that?
Look, if it's money you're worried about, then just give me some of what you have. I'll double it for you. You have enough to pay back Graves and maybe even have some left over.
I don't need a boy to do a man's job. Anyway, you just lose it all. I can't risk investing in you. You know, when your ma left, I never promised you I'd take care of you like she did.
Well, I never asked you to make those promises.
I did what I could by you. And for the most part, you stayed out of my way. But it seems like the older you get, the more of a nuisance you become. I said you could have went with your ma when you had the chance. Why didn't you?
And she needed you.
She needed Mitch Gillis more. And this deal in Holbrook, that's one thing. But getting caught up with someone who's been chased by a judge? I thought you were smarter than that.
Nobody's seen nothing.
The law sees everything. Eventually. You're a fool, James Douglas. And I wish you would have went with your ma when you had the chance.
What are you doing? Some kind of joke? You took my money. You filth. I could break your neck. You know, you're getting kind of cocky. You win a few hands, a little extra cash, and now you think you're an expert? You're forgetting something kind of important. What belongs to you is yours, but it don't stay yours if you're stupid. You left your belongings out for anyone to take. You think the lick didn't get to him first. He wouldn't have let you go. You gonna sell the watch? Maybe. So I'm supposed to just stand here and watch you make a profit off of something that never belonged to you.
Something tells me it never belonged to you. So now what? How you got way out here without any kind of imagination is beyond me. Harper, be creative. Use your brains. Look for an opportunity and try to swipe it back. Holbrook, just follow me. There's someone I want you to meet.
You know, I'm pretty glad that you decided to stop by. I've been meaning to talk to you about something important.
Anything. Oh, but first, I have something for you.
Dylan, it's beautiful. Where did you get it?
Yeah. Where'd you get it?
Never mind, I shouldn't ask.
Also, here. The money's real.
I know.
Don't worry. I know the guy. Your brother promised he'd pay him back.
That doesn't sound like you.
No, it doesn't. So tell me, what's bothering you?
The money. It's not going to be enough. Not in time.
Look, I've told you. You'll get your fancy house with your fancy parlor, just like I said.
Dylan, it's not that. Mr. Douglas, Mayor Douglas, is getting pretty serious about the governor's election. If he gets elected, he'll be moving to Springfield for sure.
He won't take you with him.
I can't afford not to work.
Then we'll find something else. You don't want to go back to Springfield.
Of course I don't. You know I hate working for the mayor. But I have no choice. We don't have the kind of money to keep on living the way we're living. And if he gets his job in Springfield, I'll have to go with him.
Look, I promised to get both of us out of here.
Dylan, please, don't leave me to figure this out on my own. Not like last time. Dylan!
Miss Holbrook?
Sean Harper, let me give you a word of advice. Don't stay in Mount Sterling any longer than you need to. I know, my brother. If you want to keep what's yours, I suggest you get out of here as soon as you can.
Thank you. But I can take care of myself.
Then don't let him take this from you again.
Wait for me, I say. I need some time today to wake you up and show you you've got everyone on your side. I know you're tired, darling. I can see it in your eyes. You take yourself and the rest that you've gone too far. I can see all those painful stories on your face. But I'm here when love can make you finally be free. Run open-heartedly with no worries, just you and me. Now's the time to start running free.
I have a lot to lose, Douglas. That judge over there in Rock Valley found Sean Harper's trail. And Harper led Sheriff Higgins straight to the jungle. And they found Jimmy and all the rest.
What do you want?
I want my money.
I'm doing my job. It's not going to be very long, and you'll be visiting me in the capital.
maybe not. Because none of this is going to matter if they catch Jimmy. If you back out now, you will not survive without me. All your bank is going to close with all of the rest of them.
Sean.
Alice. Miss Holbrook. I thought alcohol was illegal.
It is. Mr. Douglas seems to think that prohibitionists don't know what it's like to be an addict. So, I give him his quart. What's this?
Flowers. Well, weeds actually. Found them in a ditch. They reminded me of you.
They're beautiful. Stay a while?
I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can if you want.
Stay.
Okay.
Okay. Coffee?
Sure.
Now's the time to start.
Thank you. I gotta go.
I've talked to the judge down at the courthouse, and they know where he is. No one can promise me that he'll stay, so I need you to do me a favor. You have my number. Call me if he decides to head out of town.
Don't worry, Mr. Carter. I'll call you if anything happens. Yes, you can trust me. Sure, I will. You're right. Whoever this guy is over in Rock Valley, he won't stop till he finds Harper. He'll even come all the way out here and find Sean himself.
A judge.
You got it.
Just what we need. I warned Holbrook about this. Harper's too fresh. And judges know how to get the authorities out jumping around and looking in places they don't belong. There's no telling what kind of legal trap this judge is setting.
And Sean Harper is walking all of you right on into it.
Where do you come from?
Someone told me never to answer that question. Said it would be a trick.
It wouldn't trick you.
I came from someplace you wouldn't understand. You're different than me. It takes living my life to really understand anything about it.
Why did you leave?
To be free, I guess. There I was always confused. I never really knew who I was or what I was supposed to be. Every day it felt like I was starting over with something I wasn't getting right. Here I'm finally in control. I make my own choices, and no one's screaming in my ear over how it's going to ruin my life or send me to hell. Here, it doesn't matter what people think, because no one really cares. Rivers are dangerous places, you know. They look innocent.
They're only lying to you. Under the surface, they're full of deep holes and sharp edges. Maybe I could get killed walking into one. I know a river that left me with too many memories.
Maybe you need to make new memories.
I don't know how to do that.
I do.
Jimmy can afford to give you everything you want.
Jimmy and his pa have no money.
Maybe someday I'll be able to provide for you.
You want to provide for me. It's so hard to believe what you say. It's hard for me to believe what anyone says to me.
I know.
How do you know?
I had parents too.
Did your mom beat you?
No. My pa did. I called it discipline. I could never figure out what it was my mom was always doing wrong. She disciplined her harder than me sometimes. I don't think he ever knew how much it really hurt. Why is it that parents, the most important people in our lives from the very beginning, are the most disappointing people we ever meet?
Maybe it's because, more than anyone else, it's their opinions of us that matter the most.
Hello, Spill. This is simple. You cooperate, I'll let you go. Your brother was real good at cleaning up the new guy. Getting him in and then running him out of town. Most of the time, we never heard from him again. I admired him for that. But all of a sudden, Sean Harper isn't losing anymore. He's getting better, richer. But there's got to be more than money that's keeping that guy in town. There's only one real good reason why a guy hangs around when no one else wants him around except for the girl.
What do you care if Sean stays in Mount Sterling anyway?
He's not one of us. I know he thinks he is. But he's fooling himself. And from the looks of it, he's fooling you too. Now this rich judge is calling all over town looking for him. Sean Harper is running. And he's gonna mess up our whole operation.
What do you want me to do about it? Huh?
Get rid of him.
No.
We got a lot of Illinois cops waiting to catch us in the act. And Harper's judge is gonna lead him right to us. So you'll do what I say.
No, I won't do it.
Yes, you will.
I won't.
You'll do it, Alice. Settle down, like she'll listen. Sean Harper's in our way. You gotta get rid of him. Or we can see to it that your brother disappears. Only this time, for good. It's your choice.
Alice, you have no idea what's going on here. After everything, you can't see that this is a mistake? He can't provide for you the way that I can.
Jimmy, it's not about that anymore, okay?
Really? Well, would you mind telling...
We don't need you right now. Leave. Dylan Holbrook. He's avoided the law more times than I can ever count. And we'd be fools to admit that he's not an expert at playing cards. But can he handle a man's game?
I make it a point to only run with the best, no matter what you think.
Double that. And if you do, you can run with the best as long as you want. You disappoint me, boy. This is your opportunity to redeem yourself.
Alice, Daisy said it was important.
Keep your voice down, please.
Why, what's wrong?
Please don't ask any questions right now.
Okay.
Sean, you care about me, right?
What kind of question is that?
Then you'll do anything that I ask you, right?
Alice, I care about you a lot. Just tell me what you need and I'll do it. Whatever it is.
Jimmy's pa gave him some money last night. A lot of it. And I don't know why, but Jimmy took it.
How much?
I don't know. I don't know, but I overheard the mayor say that Jimmy needed to double it, and he said something about my brother.
Really?
I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. The mayor never approved of Jimmy and Dylan's friendship before. For the longest time, he tried to keep Jimmy away from my brother. But now, Mr. Douglas finds himself in a powerful amount of trouble. He must need that money badly.
Does Dylan know about any of this?
No. But I know that Jimmy's gonna ask him to play that game. And now that Jimmy has his pa's permission to play with my brother...
He'll do it.
Right.
A high-stakes game like this will draw too much attention. But look, Dylan wins far more than he ever loses.
No, Sean, that's not the point. My brother has played too risky for far too long. And now things are starting to fall apart. Things are starting to go wrong, and I know he's going to get caught. This time, maybe for good.
Wait, what are you talking about?
You said you'd help me, right?
I will, but...
Then I'm telling you, you need to keep my brother away from that game.
I'll see what I can do.
Sean.
I promise.
Promises are lies to me. You should know that.
Wait! They're lies when they're coming from people you can't trust. You can trust me.
There's something else, though.
What's that?
It's becoming too dangerous for you to stay here, Sean.
Dangerous?
Someone's been looking for you, calling around. Some judge from Rock Valley, Iowa. I don't know who he is, but he's drawing far too much attention to my brother's operations.
That's where I am.
Sean. After you get Dylan out of the game, I don't want you to come back to see me anymore.
What?
I don't want you to come back to the
Why?
mayor's house. Just get Dylan out of the game and get yourself out of Mount Sterling. Do you understand?
I ain't gonna leave you.
Sean, please, don't be stupid. I don't know what kind of trouble is following you, but...
Forget about it.
It's a judge.
It's not what you think.
No, you are
Alice,
just like the rest of them, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
I know an addiction when I see one. Don't kid yourself, and don't listen to anything that Dylan says to you about gambling. It is not a real job. It is stupid. The wealth is only an illusion, and Dylan and I have had this dream for far too long. And yet we're still in the same place as we were when Mom left us.
We all get second chances.
No, don't you tell me. Do not tell me that. Only very few of us take advantage of the ones that matter most, the ones that last forever. Just leave, Sean. Just leave before you run out of time. Please. Don't bother turning around to say goodbye. Sean, I have to know. That judge? Why is he looking for you?
He's my pa.
Dylan, I ain't got no choice. My pa needs the money, and I can't let him down.
Since when did you busy yourself with pleasing your pa? You know he wants the Bulls to catch me playing the game. He's just looking for a reason to put me behind bars.
Yeah, everyone's looking for a reason, Dylan. With the reward on your head, word's been floating around the ring for a long time now. Plus, I happen to know you didn't come back to Mount Sterling just to visit Alice. You came back to hide.
Those jacks on the East Coast don't know what they want. First they're begging me to play poker with them, and then turning around wanting to wring my neck because of it.
Yeah, because you lose. And then you've got nothing to pay him with.
They won't find me here.
That's what you said about Lick. And now look, he's here living with the rest of us,
I don't...
watching you like a hawk.
I don't owe Lick.
No, you just owe all the wrong people, Dylan. Come on. Lick ain't got nothing on those other guys looking for you. And you're so tied up with all these big city players that you can't talk your way out of nothing no more.
I already told you, they don't know what they want.
I do.
Yeah, you do. You want me to play the game anyway. You're so worried about me getting caught? Yeah, you want to pit me in the biggest game ever played in Mount Sterling with your pa, knowing full well what we're up to? You're crazy.
No, I'm desperate, Dylan. Look, if I didn't think you would be safe, maybe even the safest you'd ever been playing the game, then you know I wouldn't have asked. But as it is, my pa needs the money, and he's not gonna let anything happen to you.
What's in it for me?
Cash. Same as always. Only this time a lot of it.
How much?
How much? Well, let me put it to you this way. You do this, and I'll see to it that you get a cut big enough to get all these big city thugs off your back once and for all. Think about it. No more looking over your shoulder, Dylan.
We'll play third wheel.
I was thinking you and me with Lick.
No.
Why not?
We play it safe, we play it without him. In fact, I think best if you don't even know about it.
Fine. Pea shooter then.
Too risky. Pea shooter doesn't know when to fold. If I play, we play it my way. We'll set it up. Plan ahead. If we ain't too careful, we'll lose everything. Probably my neck. No. If we want to win it all, if we want to take all the money, we agree that only one of us will take the pot and win. And that'll be me.
You? Why you?
You came to me because you knew I can win.
Yeah?
So trust me.
Okay, fine. You'll take it all then. And we'll divvy it up later when no one's around. But we still need another player.
Sean will play.
No.
He's smart.
He's being followed, Dylan. Come on. You talk about playing it safe. I mean, you know someone's out there looking for him. Why else would the authorities be crawling all over this place like hounds after coon blood?
You don't think I know that?
I don't know.
If we do go get caught, what better stiff to have sitting at the table than the one that they're looking for in the first place? You and me will run. Sean will keep him occupied long enough for us to get out of town.
I hate that kid.
I know. But you don't have a choice. I play if he does.
Yeah, but I don't trust him to give up the game, Dylan. Sean Harper's getting awfully greedy.
He'll fold. I'll see to it.
Standing up.
I bet 3. Fold. Fold 2. 3 for me.
Fine. I call.
Flush. Okay.
Anybody else?
Me.
Flush takes it.
Call you 15. I'll raise you 10.
Same here.
I'll call the 10. Pair of aces. Pair of eights.
Three fours.
Got me. Takes it with the fours.
Kid folds to you, huh? Better have something else worked out, Holbrook.
All right, gentlemen, since it's just you two left, we're going to be bringing the mummy out here. And we gain our final revenues. Annie's in.
Extra 100 in the pot.
Hold it right there, hold it. We got you guys, we got you.
Lost the others.
It's alright, we got the ones that matter. It's alright.
We're gonna need a safe place to hold these boys. We'll use the depot. And get rid of George. He doesn't need to know about this.
Yes, sir, we'll do. Alright, let's go, boys. Out the door, let's go. Come on. Well done, Maynard.
Yeah. Done well.
Dylan.
Did you know about that game?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play with me. You know your brother, Jimmy, and Sean Harper were into high stakes. So high, in fact, that the mayor himself came and busted him.
The mayor?
For good.
And Sean?
Sean is in just as deep as the rest of them. Because you didn't do what I told you to do. Where's the mayor?
He's upstairs.
Your brother's been arrested. Oh, he'll get out. Eventually. I need to follow up on a promise I made a little while ago. I'm not here to pick up the pieces. Don't touch her! I'm impressed, Harper. The mayor caught Dylan Holbrook, the greatest escape artist this side of the Mississippi, and you got away. I'm wasting my time here with you. I need to meet with your boss.
You gotta get out of here. Don't do this. Didn't you hear me?
Oh, I heard you. Did you hear me? I told you not to trust the game. I told you not to let Dylan play, and I told you not to come back, but you came back anyway.
I had no choice.
You had a choice. You played the game and you couldn't help yourself.
Listen.
All my life I have been lied to.
Dylan promised me.
He promised you. Dylan Holbrook is a liar. Dylan has never played a game for any other reason than to keep another piece of scum from ripping him apart over some unpaid debt. Anything that Dylan has told you is a lie. I thought you knew that. I thought you understood.
He told me that I could have a share of the winnings, and then we could take you away from here. He loves you.
Get out!
You love me.
I never said that. You wasted your time thinking that I cared about you more than I ever did. You wasted your time on a game. You wasted your money on a ruse. You wasted my brother's freedom and my chance of getting out of this hole. You'd be crazy to think I'd go anywhere with you. It's too late to run now. You can follow that river as far as you think it'll go, but there's nowhere left to go now.
Did everyone else get away?
They're not with you.
It's stupid coming in here like this. I need you to do something for me. Over there, in one of my coat pockets is a ticket to Scranton. Take the ticket and go get Alice. Put her on the next train and tell her I'll find her as soon as I can.
You lied.
You'll do what he says, Harper, or we'll both deal with you.
From a jail cell? Don't threaten me again. It won't do you any good.
I'll find you!
Ah! If anything happened to Alice, it'll be your fault. You told me this game wasn't a trap. You said Jimmy's pa was desperate. Well, he was desperate. Desperate to get his hands on you. The only reason I played this game is because you promised we'd get Alice and go.
Oh, we? You were supposed to fold to me! I never expected you to trust yourself more than anyone else.
I don't trust nothing.
You trusted the game!
Dylan Holbrook, game's over.
You think so? You're wrong! We're behind bars. We can't make any more mistakes. But you? They'll never stop looking for you.
Yeah, take a look at it. We've been trying to catch these guys in the act for a long time. Thanks to your busts, your boy led us right to the job.
Pa, you're gonna get me out of here.
Tough deal, sir. This will make great political fodder for those newspaper reporters who are tired of reporting about Wall Street.
I won't stay in jail forever.
I won't need you to stay here forever. thanks to a tip. I'll have those East Coast boys deal with you the way they know how to deal with you. Why do we even need the real authorities here? We can deal with this here and now. And I'll get my reward.
It's all yours. Got a man bringing it here right now.
Nice work, Mayor. You got yourself a nice little prize there. I've heard of that reward. These boys been looking for him for a long time.
They can't even trust their own kind.
Take it.
And my operation?
It's safe. For now. Sorry you had to sacrifice a few real good players.
There'll always be more. They're always running from something.
You can't leave me here.
You press charges. Pa! And you get those reporters in here. I want the entire state of Illinois to know that I will do whatever it takes to clean up this kind of trash. No matter who it is. And you get that Dylan Holbrook where he needs to get.
Yes, sir.
And as for you, if I don't see my reward inside of 3 days, your operation will be done.
Now this campaign is more than just talk.
Pa? Pa!
You're a traitor. That may be. But at least I know how to take care of myself. Which is more than I can say for you. You better think long and fast about where you're planning on running. Because I'm ready for a pursuit. And I promise you, I can search as long or as deep or as high, as low as any judge. Run! It's half the fun.
You coming, Pa?
Tim, take this. Go on ahead. I'll be with you in a minute.
Okay.
Sam?
Ethan? Won't catch him just staring at him.
I suppose you're right about that.
You thinking about Sean Harper?
I found him.
Kidding. Where at?
Made it as far as Mount Sterling.
Illinois.
Yep.
Really? Why there?
I don't know. Mount Sterling, Chicago, Detroit, San Francisco. Doesn't matter. Living for himself wherever he goes.
So go get him.
I wish I could.
Why not?
Forcing him to come home to me is only going to make him angrier. If he ever comes home at all, it has to be because he wants to be here. I can't make him love me.
You know something? I think you're the most patient, most faithful father. You aren't anything like Orrin Harper in any respects. How can two men know the same boy and
love him so differently? I don't know. Blood never guarantees that love's gonna come naturally, I suppose. Orrin Harper was scared. What? I don't know. Failure. Failure, maybe. He threw himself in the river because he thought it was the only way that he could keep from failing again. He just didn't understand. Everyone fails. Failure is inevitable. And he didn't understand. He didn't understand redemption. Power over sin. Power over any failure. Sam, I need to intervene. I need to save Sean from the river.
Dear God, our Father in heaven, there are sons who need you. There are fathers who need you. There are mothers and daughters who exist outside the walls of our protective homes who need your loving arms. We run so far away. We run away to get away from who you are. And yet, with incredible passion, you pursue us with the indescribable gift of love. And we run only to run into you again. Lord, be patient with us. Heal us. Bring us home. Bring us home.
Your debts have been paid. Everything's been resolved. I signed the adoption papers today.
inheritance is set.
Sean Harper took almost everything Carter had.
Morning,
Good
Reverend.
morning, good to see you. How are you?
Reverend, you're exaggerating.
Maybe not. Carter's been so wrapped up in thinking about the boy, he doesn't even go to work anymore. Hi there, good morning, good to see you.
Well, why should he? The city hasn't paid him in weeks.
Hello there, how are you? Good to see you.
You think Sean will come home?
If he's hungry.
We'll feed him.
Not a good idea. Hello there, good to see you this morning. Might stick around. Those runarounds leave signs on doorposts and mailboxes so that you know exactly where to go next time they come looking for handouts.
Then I'll mark my mailbox. Save him the trouble.
Hello there, good to see you this morning. How are you? Hi. Gentlemen, good to see you today. How you doing? Ben, how you doing today? Good to see you this morning. You'll regret it eventually.
Maybe not.
Let us pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. You may be seated. The gospel text for this Sunday morning is found in the book of Luke, chapter 18, beginning with verse 9, and I read. Two men went up into the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector.
Amanda, wait a minute.
You have some way of coming home like this. You know that?
You made such a fool out of us. They talk about what you did to my pa every day. Every day I have to sit and listen to someone's mom or one of my friends talk about my father behind his back.
Let me say something.
No, you listen to me. What makes you think my father will take you back after what you did to him?
I don't.
But the tax gatherer, standing some distance away, was even unwilling to lift up his eyes to heaven, but was beating his breast, saying, God be merciful to me, the sinner.
Look, I don't blame you for being angry with me. Why do you hate me so much?
Only babies cry.
My mama's baby cried. Then he died.
God's punishing you, you know. He took away the baby and your mom. What did you do, Amanda Carter? What did you do to make God so mad?
That's what this is about?
I'm still trying to understand why my father would allow someone like that into our home.
Me too. Do you remember the rest of it?
There wasn't anything else.
Maybe. If you're only thinking about yourself.
God's punishing you, you know. He took away the baby and your mom. What did you do, Amanda Carter? What do you do to make God so mad?
Maybe I don't have a ma anymore, but I have a pa who loves me. God's madder at you, Sean Harper. He never gave you a decent pa in the first place, and he never will.
shouldn't have said what I did, Amanda. About your mom and your brother. I'm sorry.
You're broke, I suppose. And hungry. And I'm sure you want a bath.
I don't expect nothing from you. Or your pa.
That's a lie.
It isn't. It isn't a lie. I don't deserve anything from anyone ever again. But I have nowhere else to go. Your father... I need your father's help. I was just too stubborn to admit it before.
I tell you, this man went down in the house justified rather than the other. For everyone who exalts himself shall be humbled, but he who humbles himself shall be exalted. Here ends the gospel lesson for today.
I'm so sorry, Pa. I took what belonged to you. Just left. I lost it all. I wanted to pay it back. Just don't send me away.
I would never send you away. I forgive you. From the moment you left, I never stopped praying that you'd come home safely. Please, just do one thing. Say it again. I'm sorry. No, no. Call me your pa.
Everything that I have is yours. It already belongs to you. Not once in your life have you been without my love. Your very existence makes me rejoice every day that you're mine. But your brother is back home. And I love him too. Amanda, I'll love both of you, always.
Why would God take away my brother just to replace me with Sean?
I give and I take things from you all the time. You don't always understand why.
But at least you promised to love me.
Where do you think I learned that? God didn't tell us. He didn't promise us that we would understand everything that He did. But He did promise that nothing would separate us from the love of Christ. And that's all the promise that I need.
want you to love him. I didn't think that he deserved it. I was so wrong. But now I understand the love of God, the forgiveness of God never ends. And I'm so wrong. I don't know how he'll ever forgive me. If you'll ever forgive me,
Amanda, I forgive you. I forgive you. Forgiveness is a wonderful, powerful thing. It'll set Sean free. It sets me free, and it will set you free.
I woke one morning heavy, heavy in my heart. I did not know the burden of my soul. Loss had come so close to me, I had known its power, yet somewhere in my troubles, I thought I was being a coward. Guilt was my companion, misery my shoes. I confessed I was not worth a while, but someone intervened for me and tugged upon my sleeve, and somewhere in my struggles I knew I began to breathe. I was walking out into a river wide, and soon upon the current I heard a sound, a sound. Could it be my name, said with strength and power, calling me to safe ground? I stepped out to the banks, a father by my side. I did not know